Techno update. Subscribe now.
Cubot X17 review. Design and build. From a distance, the X17 looks like a sleek, stylish phone. Look more closely and you'll see that although it has a metal frame, the white plastic extends above and below it a little like the old iPhone 4 design. Fit and finish are in keeping with the price, decent, but not up to the quality of flagship phones. The glass curves into the plastic edging. Cubot calls this 2.5D, and the side bezels are as thin as the Huawei Mate 8, giving a more premium look. Metal volume and power buttons can be found on the right-hand side, a headphone jack on top and microSIM on the bottom. On the left is a dual SIM tray which can accept a nano SIM, and a microSIM or microSD card, depending on whether you want to use two SIMs or add up to 32 GB to the 16 GB of internal storage. On the back is a metal panel flanked by plastic at the top and bottom. In the top section is a protruding 16MP camera with dual LED flash, and at the bottom a single speaker, which is reasonably loud, if lacking in bass. Below the 5-inch screen are 3 touch-sensitive buttons which aren't backlit. Above the screen is an 8MP camera, an ambient light sensor and, not visible until lit, an indicator light. Hardware and performance. With a quad-core MediaTek 6735A processor and 3 GB of RAM, you might expect great performance. However, as with build quality, the X17 only performs to the level you can expect from a £125 phone. Benchmark results make it seem worse than it is. 1821 in Geekbench 3, multi-core, 8.3 FPS in GXBench's T-Rex and just 2.1 FPS in Manhattan aren't terribly inspiring scores. The Antutu result of 34,809 is a bit better, but these aren't significant improvements on the performance of some of the £75 phones we've tested, including the Cubot P12. The screen itself is a decent example of a 1080p IPS panel, fully laminated to the cover glass. Colors are good, as is contrast and brightness. As it's only 5in, it has a high pixel density of 441p. Software and battery life. It's a shame Cubot doesn't supply Android Marshmallow, and there's no word on whether there will be an upgrade from Lollipop. It's a near-stock version of Lollipop, but without the Google app and launcher. That's easy enough to download through the Play Store, of course. By default the screen is set to timeout after 15 seconds, but without the actual battery-saving modes enabled, we found that the phone drained its battery in standby rather quickly, within 2 days. If you use the X17 heavily it won't last a full day, but under normal use, it should last from the time you wake up until you go to bed. You certainly won't get more than a day out of the 2500 mAh battery, which is not removable. Cameras. Everyone knows that you should never judge a camera by the number of megapixels. This proves true with the X17. While its 16MP main camera is acceptable, it's not great by any stretch. At the front is an 8MP camera with a wide-angle lens. This is fine for shooting selfies and groupies and does a decent enough job unless there's bright lighting in the frame. It's fairly sharp, and some will appreciate all the beauty mode tweaks you can apply.